It's the after the show.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. How the heck is everybody?
Yo, what up?
How's your snowballs?
That kind of zapped a lot of energy. Cold, very, very coldness to your privates is rough.
Yeah, it was quite a punishment that happened here. In fact, some people were sending some photos. If you're watching KVJ TV, that was my reaction to wearing an adult diaper with a scoop of ice down the front and back. It was so cold.
Is that your O face or your no face?
That's my no face. No, it's so cold. Oh my gosh. I had an ice cube that was just tucked right under my balls. That oh my goodness.
Famunda ice.
And then Paula sent in this video, she said, so why does this look like Jason is doing something else?
What's he doing?
That's what she said. If you're watching KVJ TV, I think she thought that the video makes it look like you're possibly tugging at it. So, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you are. Wow. If you're looking at that replay.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
That looks like I'm jerking. That is not a flattering shot of me.
Oh, we got to save that. You have your pants are
My God. I am tugging it for.
I'm
my
sending that clip
gosh.
to HR.
Oh,
my gosh.
I'm filing a formal complaint.
I was getting
Oh,
the
my
cubes.
gosh.
I was getting the cubes out my pubes.
Wow.
That's what happens.
Oh, that's all right. You got to keep playing that. I got to see that again. We have to post that up. That's got to be like, so what's going on here? Wow. Oh, that's unreal. Look at that.
All right, take it off.
I can watch that all day.
There are so many fucked up pieces of video of me out there.
Oh, my gosh.
That's my new screensaver.
Oh,
It
man.
looks so terrible.
Oh, that's unreal.
This goofy fucking hat
Yeah,
on.
Canadian Bacon said somebody's got to make this a poster and bring it out to the live show.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, we have to show that. That is unreal. Unreal.
Tugs.
Wow. Yeah, we want to do some different things at the next live show. We're talking about maybe incorporating a little bit of music this time, more than what we did, some KVJ show songs specifically.
Love it.
Yeah, we might do that. And I'd love to get feedback, too, if people want to... if you went to the last one, or even if you didn't, what is something that you would love to see? So we're going to have it be interactive. In fact, that's part of what the VIP was for. We're going to be drawing from those people to come and be a part of the show. So it'll be interactive. People come in from the crowd and do some of those things. You'll get to do some of the bits and things like that you always hear us doing. So that'll be a part of that. So thanks to everybody that already snapped up all the VIP tickets. Michael sent an email and he said, man, y'all sold those out so fast. I think you guys underestimate the love of the community. Not sure if you can squeeze in 2 more humans willing to do a listener stunt to earn some tickets. You did the wake up for the kids at school at my place with the fireworks many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I gifted Bird the John Kreese signed photo.
Yes.
Yes, I'm pleading, but the love is strong. Hoping my begging works. We'll see what we can do. But, yeah, we do have tickets. And the general admission, they go on sale on Friday. Going to be really affordable, those. Like $10, so that'll be an easy get.
But the tables are all spoken for?
Yeah, the VIP and the tables, the upfront stuff is gone. That comes with the KVJ t-shirt, but you will be able to buy the KVJ shirts there. I think we're just right now still going to just have the ones with the emojis. And then hopefully we can expand soon the merch selections that we have. I know we used to have a very wide variety of different KVJ merch. So right now we just have the one shirt that we're putting up for sale. So we'll have that. Yeah, so that'll be good. Lily wants a no-name movie game, but not just with one person. She wants multiple people to play on that.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Maybe we'll do that. We'll expand no-name movie game. I know people love that. So we could maybe check that out.
We should just do 2 hours of no-name movie games. Say fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
Kevin would not like that.
Why not? So, yeah, any suggestions between now and then? If you missed the date on it, it is coming up Saturday, January or July 22nd. It's going to be at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Doors open at 6, show starts at 7. Probably go till 8, and then after that, who knows? So that's what we're looking at. One of the reasons why, if you missed it, why we had ice in our adult diapers today was because of the heat index. Yesterday hit 110 in Miami, and we're talking about hot jobs today. Really feel like we need to do the Lord's work and take some popsicles or sodas or waters or whatever to some of those people. It's crazy.
They deserve popsicles.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not chugging milk though. I'm big on the creams stuff. I don't know if that's
It's not
right for
good in
the
the heat.
heat.
No, you're right. It's not. It's got to be clear liquid stuff. I remember what I'd love to have. Man, when I first got into radio, I had to do promotions before I was even ever on the radio. And the station I was with, we had an ice cream truck.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Do you remember Smashing Pumpkins had a video? I think it was today, and they had an ice cream truck in that. Our ice cream truck was a replica of that.
That's a great idea.
And we would drive it around, and we had little cups. We'd partnered with an ice cream company. It was just, remember those little cups, and they gave you the wooden spoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we had napkins with the station logo on it, and you would...
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, we drive through Central Park and, kind of hand that out, or Bryant Park, and people loved it, man. It was great.
Of course. Who doesn't like free food?
We were in the pool yesterday, I told you, and then we got free popsicles, and I was like, this is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It just changes your whole mood. You're like, wow.
Yeah. So that might be, maybe we have to do that. Try to get an ice cream truck or at least some popsicles and go hand them out to some of these people doing these hot jobs. Because, man, the firefighters and people who are AC technicians crawling around in attics all day, I don't know how y'all do it, man.
They deserve a popsicle.
It's crazy. Yeah, Jennifer said, I have a pool service, and when there isn't any shade, man, it is freaking hot. That's not fun. Colin said, pool service in general is just a hot job. I own a pool service company, and there are ways to beat the heat, though, jumping in the pool from time to time. We do get a break between pools to cool down in the AC. Lots of water or Gatorade. UV protective long sleeve sun shirts, sunglasses, and hat are a must. And, of course, lots of sunscreen.
That feels like one of those jobs where you don't want to eat too much on that job. If it's like 1 o'clock and you have a big old sub and you have 4 more houses to do, get sub belly.
It's kind of a good diet, that job. It makes you, like, not want to eat, and so you just, like, don't eat a big lunch. There's no way I could eat a big lunch and go out in the sun and clean a pool.
We know you're against big lunches.
I love it. I just working poolside, even with the heat, is so peaceful, and it's the best job. So Colin does love it. Good for you, man. That's fun. Got Carol sending in another Kevin doppelganger. This is an old photo from the crew at General Hospital. She said, the guy in the middle looks like a younger Kevin, even has the beady eyes. Yeah, I think when I was kind of muscly / fat, probably about 10 years ago.
You weren't
maybe
fat.
12. Well, I was larger. The guy right there. Kind of does, right? Yeah.
If you told me that was your older uncle from Ohio.
If I told you I used to be on General Hospital back in the early 80s, you'd be like, oh my gosh, wow, I think he did.
He looks like a relative of yours.
He does.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay. All right. There you go. Thank you for that. Michael said, hey, what's up, KVJ? I just watched Howard Stern's Private Parts for the first time this past weekend.
We were just talking about this, saying how Suits needs to watch this.
It's a good movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's a really good movie.
And he said, I wasn't born when he was starting radio in the early 80s. I only remember watching him without my mom's knowledge on TV around 2 a.m. Do you guys remember him when he first started? And was he as groundbreaking and controversial as the movie portrays him to be? Any influence drawn from him, and is he respected in your industry? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's considered, one of the greats of all time, if not one of the kings, I would say. Yeah, starting, in the 80s, late 80s, 90s, when I was in New York, actually, he was really cranking. He was super hot then. That was about 94, 95. And he did very well. He got off of the radio, was it around 2010? He got out of radio, or was it sooner than that?
It was sooner than that because probably 2004-ish.
Yeah, and then that was kind of the thing that I think probably turned the tide because he took his loyal audience with him over to the satellite radio, but he didn't. I don't think he had as much chatter. Like people would always talk about Stern was doing stuff, and he was doing crazy stuff back then that you could do, and so a lot of people would always have conversations about what he's doing. But yeah, amazingly respected, and yeah, I've respected him. Without a doubt, I'd say that he's influenced our show.
I was so pumped. He called me a dick face on a broadcast when Rob Schneider went in there. They played the audio of her interview, and Howard said, "This guy's a dick face."
Yeah.
And Rob Schneider said, "I was drunk and untalented."
Claim to fame, yeah.
I love it.
I'd never seen or heard Howard Stern, and then as a kid, I went and saw Private Parts because everyone was talking about
it. Is that
it.
like 90? When did he come out of that? Because I remember when he was shooting that. That was
in
early
California. 93-ish?
That was mid-90s. Maybe that was 90, maybe 95, 96 that came out, I would guess.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, it was definitely around that time period. I'd seen Private Parts, not knowing much about him, and thought that was an amazing movie. I think that's such an underrated movie.
It is a great movie.
It really
1997.
is. It's so good. Mm-hmm. I don't know if did we get Howard Stern down here? I know we did eventually.
He did
in the 90s. Was Stern available in South Florida?
Not in the 90s. I think he was on in Miami. And then he was on. I remember that was the one thing that was really kind of messed up because they had a great local show on the Buzz 103.1, which is now our country station. And Stern pulled a power play. They were doing very well. It was such a good show, and he demanded to be on all of that company's radio stations. And it just so happened, I think it was CBS, and they got rid of the local show here to put Stern on. And then it wasn't maybe a year, 2 tops that he bailed all of terrestrial radio to go to satellite.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember because they made a big deal at our station, like, oh, Stern's coming into town. You guys are going head to head with Stern. And he wouldn't hear that long. And then they freaked out. Oh, Pete Anthony's coming into town. You better fucking buckle up. And they won't hear that long.
Well, that unfortunately, that station, after they got rid of their local show, they really had a hard time. They just kept bringing in the syndicated. And yeah, it
never hit.
It did not. Mm-hmm. Plus, the music on the Buzz was fucking awesome, man.
Solid station, yeah. People loved it.
They had the Buzz Light on Sunday mornings.
So good, yeah.
I love the Buzz Light.
It was so good.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a very strong station. They still have some following. I think they still do something maybe online. They do the station maybe online that you can get it. But, it's like, okay. They had the Buzz Bake Sale every year. It was big. It's just, unfortunately, and I love alternative music. It just doesn't really pop in South Florida. It doesn't do that great, unfortunately.
It's not the top dog.
No, it's not. And that's why there's not one, because it seems like a no-brainer. Why would you not do it? But that's why they don't.
I wonder why. Because everyone seems to love it. It always gets so many.
It's just, radio here. They do. I mean, they got the Shark in Miami, and that's alternative. And I don't, really pay attention to the ratings too much. But, I mean, they've been around for a while. But it just, in Miami, it's Spanish and adult contemporary. It's the slow, easy stuff. Those are the stations that do really well. And then the urban stations. The adult urban does well. And then there's one hip-hop station that does well in Miami. And then in West Palm Beach, it's still the same thing. It's the adult pop stations that do well.
It's pretty crazy, all this shit you guys make fun of me about, that I listen to, all that slow shit from the 70s and 80s. That stuff does well.
It does.
It does really well. And there's a reason why it does well.
Does well here, because the median age is 55 here. So that's why.
You're listening like you're 10 years older than you actually are.
Mm-hmm. Whatever, it works.
You've always been an old soul, Pumpkin.
Always.
Yeah. So that's why. And it seems like a lot of the coastal liberal cities do very well with alternative. San Francisco had, I think at one time when I was there, 3 alternative stations.
Wow.
LA always had like 2. New York alternative had done well, at least when I was there. Back in the day, Chicago is big into alternative, so all those cities do very well with alternative, the format. Paul from Pittsburgh sent an email. He said, Virginia, Walmart is doing us wrong.
What'd they do?
When I was vacationing on Singer Island in early June, I placed a curbside order at the Walmart on Congress, and as I sat there waiting for my order to come out, a Walmart worker asked me my name. He then informed me that my order was at a Walmart 30 minutes away.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I got all twisted and it sent it to the wrong Walmart. And sorry, I am not driving my ass to the Belvedere Walmart. I'm just not doing it.
I've done it before, and it's because my day went to shit. Yeah, if you're going out to Belvedere to Walmart, it's turned to shit.
I can't. It's not anywhere near where I need to go. I don't have enough time in the day to go to the Belvedere Walmart.
He said, I stay there all the time on vacation and order from this Walmart often. Something's going on. I think they're messing with us.
Wow, so it happened to you too. I've never ordered a pickup from the Belvedere Walmart, but all of a sudden it sent my order there. Something's going on. It's fishy.
Yeah.
Good, decent bakery, though. Walmart.
They do. They have good prices. Now, as far as like quality, you're not going to beat a Publix cake.
Agreed.
They just taste different. They hit different. Them Publix cakes are worth every penny.
Yeah, I'd like to go through every state and kind of find what because Publix is a Florida kind of a Georgia thing, right? How far does that go up?
It goes up a bit. They've definitely they're into the Carolinas
but
now.
If you go to the Midwest, what are you gonna? What's their Publix? What's the
Kroger.
Kroger?
Yeah, Kroger or Meijer.
Meijer. Mm-hmm. Is there one that is better that you can remember, or they pretty much?
I think Kroger's the dominant one. Yeah, Kroger really dominates the U.S. and they're starting to trickle down. I was surprised when we went to Atlanta when my son lived there. There was saw a lot of Krogers, and they're starting to do at least Kroger delivery now in South Florida.
Yes,
so
they are advertising that heavy.
Okay, so if you're in Montana, same kind of a thing, or they got their own fucking thing
No, when
going
I was
on?
in California, it was Vons and I think Save Mart were the two big ones there.
I find that kind of. I'm curious to know what else is out there.
We were in Tennessee, and I showed Rocco a Piggly Wiggly. He couldn't believe there was a grocery store named Piggly
That
Wiggly.
was when Kansas City had that, and then I think Kansas City had Fresh Mart.
I mean, I'm just having a good time if I'm in a store named Piggly Wiggly.
Does Piggly Wiggly have sandwiches, subs you can order?
Great question.
Because to me, that always makes the store a little bit special. Publix, you got the deli area. I find that exciting.
We know you do, Pumpkin.
Well, I do. I find it when you go to a grocery store. I think I know sub area, or a bakery.
I love a specialty market.
Yes.
I love a gourmet specialty market with like all kinds of hot cases.
I
and
fucking
choices.
a hot case puts me in a good mood.
Hot Case Pennington
Love
loves it.
I love that nickname.
Hot Case Pennington. Just add that to the mix, huh?
He's a man who's passionate about food.
Cases I love, and I love when I'm milling around. And
Hot bar.
I'm like, oh, is that a bar of sorts? Ah, shit, it's olives. Which we have figured out we don't like olives, and we don't like olive bits on the air.
Jaber was so unpumped when Virginia came in with all those olives.
He was so mad. He's like, I hate olives. Why'd you do this?
No, I
was just trying to bring you to the olive side, but you are not loving olives.
I think they're such shit.
Even the best. I brought you the best olives from Evo.
We just don't jive.
Damn.
It's not his thing.
Some people there's some things you still like.
I guess.
That's the way it goes. Virginia thought she had you won over, too.
I did, because these olives are next level delicious. They're like meaty and flavorful.
I mean, my question is, how many fucking olives do we need?
A gazillion.
There's like 11,000 different types.
There's so many different types. Stuffed.
Olives walking around here thinking it's cheese or something.
They say in less than 5 days, Threads, the competitor to Twitter, has blown through ChatGPT's old record of reaching 100 million users in 2 months. To compare, Twitter has 450 million global users, and the big question is, will Threads overtake Twitter?
It made you sign up, and now it won't let you cancel.
Yeah, you can't delete it, or it's going to take your Instagram along with it.
Dang.
That's so terrible.
That is like a pirate move.
That's terrorist shit.
Yeah, right now, like I said, I gave it a chance. I went on there and looked. And the thing that I didn't like, when I use Twitter, I'm always using my lists. I have every account into an organized list. So if I want to go see something about college football, I'm going to that. If I want to see news, I go to that. If I want politics, I go to that. If I want something for the show, I go to that. And having it all together in one thing, man, if you've got OCD like me, Threads is a freaking nightmare.
Did your boy Muskie, did he clean up Twitter with, because anytime I go on Twitter,
Titter.
there's always titties on there.
Titter.
There's always so much nakedness stuff.
So for really
and
titter.
I'm not even following these people, so I don't even understand how. There's this one. She was masturbating with a vibrator. I go, holy crud! This is. I was out there just to get some quotes or something. And
Well, now we know your algorithm is.
I was going to say, because I never see nudity.
Dog, I'm not. I swear to you on everything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Twitter for
Are
titter.
you tugging it to titter?
I would never tug the titter. I think that's so weak. I'd rather go to a.
Suits, can we see that video again real quick? Just so we can get the visual of what it looks like when Jaybird is going through his titter feed.
We're going to need to see your search history, sir.
Yeah. This is Jaybird right after scanning titter.
I don't know if we believe you, titter.
Yeah.
There were ice cubes.
That's Bird going through titter right there.
There are ice cubes going up my crack, I swear.
An ice cube crawled up his tape.
Oh, titter. Oh, titter. Oh, titter. Oh, titter.
They were
titter.
so slippery, those ice cubes.
Yeah.
It's like they were heat seeking. They went to the warmest spot.
I'm not going to lie. I know that's me you're showing on the screen. That's fucked up to watch, man. I don't think we should be showing that to people.
He's disturbing himself.
So that'll be the question. I think a lot of people are driven over to the other ones because a lot of people just don't like Elon Musk. I have not, in removing all of his comments and, the political sides of it and all that, I'm not a big fan of what he did with the blue check marks. I think that was just a dumb play. And limiting how many you could read in a day, I thought that was a dumb play too. But other than that, I haven't noticed any difference on Twitter from then to now. But it will be interesting because if a lot of people, especially that have more liberal voices, are leaving Twitter, it will be something where, I do hate that because I like to have the balance of both voices.
Balance? What is that, Kevin?
I know. Yeah, I follow both right and left just to try to get a little bit of a balance on what both sides are saying. So I hope that the left doesn't leave.
How dare you be smart and informed on both sides?
Well, don't go on social media.
The man's just trying to learn everything, and people are like, "Oh."
Yeah, well, it's getting harder and harder, and that was where I was like, okay, Twitter is the place to go if you want to be informed, and that's why I pretty much go to social media. I'm not going to see what the hell everybody else is doing. I don't care about the celebrities and the influencers and all that kind of crap. I just want to get news. And it really was a place. They said a majority of TikTok and Instagram users get their news from personalities, while a majority of Twitter users still get their news in actual news outlets and journalists. I mean, how can you trust personalities to give you news?
And someone would say, how can you trust journalists to give you news these days?
Yeah,
too?
you're right.
Journalists are not old school journalists these days.
I hear
these
ya.
days, journalists are now personalities.
Definitely, yeah. You're right. It's really tough just to get, give me the facts, baby.
As soon as someone says "I" in anything, I'm like, okay, this is an opinion piece. Or they start going on any kind of an emotional where they're talking about their personal thoughts. Well, at that point, it's an editorial. You are now giving your personal opinion and take on the matter, when old school news was really boring when you just read 10 people are dead.
What was insane to me,
next.
when I was a kid growing up, I remember flipping through the nightly news that, when I first got into this business, you'd flip around ABC, NBC, CBS, and it would almost be coordinated, the stories that they would follow in order, because they would look at the day's news and they would say, okay, this is the number one story, here's the number two, here's number three. Now, I watch two different news networks at the same time, radically different stories. When they do their kickoff of what the top stories are, they're radically different on what they're covering. One person's going to be covering Donald Trump, one's going to be covering Hunter Biden.
Sometimes they won't cover something because they're almost like, we're not going to cover that because we just think that it's a lot of feelings get involved with it. And old school news back in the day, you're supposed to report the facts, ma'am, and just the facts.
With no agenda.
Yes, but then you started getting rated on the news. If it bleeds, it leads, all that kind of stuff. That's the first thing they teach you in journalism, is if it bleeds, it leads.
Game changed.
People love murder, Virginia.
I know. I got a guy next to me. Fucking loves it.
Not the act. The documentaries.
Yeah, so still soon. And no updates on if there's going to be that big old fight between Elon Musk and Zuckerberg. That kind of got quiet.
Yeah, because if you're going to give us blue balls and keep talking about it's kind of like the Tom Cruise cruise. I get it. We talk about it too long. No one gives a fuck after a year. You can't talk about it too long and then not follow through.
Yeah.
Now no one gives a fuck about the Tom Cruise cruise, Virginia.
That's not true. I still want you to do it.
Yeah, you're a terrible actor when you're not
Yeah.
in the KVJ horror movie because you brought it during your scenes.
You're just saying that because you still have pickup lines to film.
I'm not happy about it.
Nobody is.
Yeah, I know.
Especially my chandeliers.
I know. We're not going to Mag's room again. We saw that shot yesterday. I hit the chandelier. I go, yes, Virginia. I hit the chandelier, and your face looks up in horror, and then the camera cuts.
End scene.
I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. It's pretty funny.
The blood immediately started gushing out of his hand.
Yesterday it was Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend that was all in on him releasing text messages he had sent to her about his boundaries in the relationship and her taking down photos he thought were too provocative. Apparently, she had waited until his current fiance gave birth to their child before thrashing him for being emotionally abusive. She didn't want to stress out his girl while she was pregnant. So I guess people have feelings about her going off on Jonah Hill.
She's a saint.
I know. How nice. And then
Thanks for waiting.
And then Bethany Frankel, your girl, Virginia, she took a little shot at Jonah Hill. She said he was a low-grade dick when they both were set to appear on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
He looks like he could be a dick.
Bethany Frankel is kind of jumping the shark a little bit for me.
She looks like she could be a dick as well.
She is just. She used to be good back when she was on The Housewives.
Uh-huh.
Now, I think she thinks too much of her own opinion, and she does these long form critiques of everything and everyone and all these opinions and just.
I was unimpressed with how she did it. She was not well spoken. Her thoughts were not very conjunct.
I agree.
And she lost me on it. I was surprised at how shitty it was.
Yes, that's the thing. All of her stuff now is shitty, where when she used to be on The Housewives and she would have drama with these other women, she had quick, quippy comebacks that put a bitch in her place real fast.
Refined and to the point.
Refined,
Yeah.
yes. Now she's just droning on and going after people, and I don't necessarily agree with her opinions, and she's just so talkative.
And it's all
not
this,
good.
And all this is business. Everyone going after each other, and it's all about getting clicks and likes and getting your name in Yahoo News and getting more of a. That's what it really all comes down to.
Yeah.
Because if you really have matters of the heart about shit, you go behind closed doors and you guys figure shit out.
Her content for me is not great. I skip past it. I actually go, ugh, and skip past it.
She said about Jonah Hill, he was put upon and kind of treated me like he was better than me. I felt like a loser and the nobody that I was.
Well, I mean, but he was a Hollywood movie star and you were a reality show star. It's in the lineup on the nightly show. He goes before you.
Yeah.
Because he is better than you.
This is annoying.
Like, it's how they line up the guests. First one is the best one, then the second one, then the third one. There's your score. There's your Q score right there in reality.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Angelina Jolie then blasted Brad Pitt again.
I saw that.
See what I'm saying, Kev? It's just everyone's blasting everybody.
Yeah, they are. She filed new court papers against his claim that he built their French winery business. She says he's an actor, not a winemaker, and that he deals in illusions, not dirt and grapes.
Yeah, those two hate each other now.
Wow, how nasty
is
that thing got.
Honestly, everyone you named right there in the last 5 minutes, they all sound like they're difficult to fucking deal with. You got all these egos. And you got all.
Brad seems really chill to me, though.
But I think he's chill when he's hanging out with Clooney and they're chilling. But I think Brad Pitt, if you're with him as a romantic partner back in the heyday, I'm sure.
I think he had a drinking issue.
Yeah, I think there's probably some issues
I think he
there.
got a little wily on that flight. He had too much booze and he lost his shit. And
Shit, you're in your 50s. You better be chilled out. Big chill out a little bit.
If you're not going to chill out now,
Exactly.
Right.
when you going to chill out?
But I'm saying on the opposite, too. I think if you're married to either one of them in their heyday, back when they're A-list stars, you think that's going to be easy to deal with? Fuck no. That'd be awful to deal with.
yeah. I just saw a photo. I think he's over there a good bit. I think he's there right now in the south of France.
Doing the wine.
Yeah, because it's just chill. I think he can kind of relax and,
Not
have
yell at his kids.
Well, he's far. He wants to get continents away from Angelina Jolie. He needs peace.
And I agree. He looks like he's chill.
Yeah.
But he's doing an interview or hanging out with Clooney.
Right, yeah.
And I love Brad Pitt movies. He's one of my favorites.
And then Jack White blasted Guy Fieri, Mark Wahlberg, Joe Rogan, and Mel Gibson because they were hanging with Trump at the UFC event over the weekend. So he sent personal messages to all of them, basically saying he's over them. So
Boy, oh boy. And what did they do?
I don't know.
It sounds like it's middle school.
I know.
Doesn't it?
It's crazy, isn't
what
it?
the fuck?
Everybody blasting everybody, man. It's just nonstop. Let me see here. Other stuff that got going on here today. They did name the 100 most popular restaurants for outdoor dining Open Table. Have you ever heard of them, Virginia?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Are they respected?
Open Table is how you make reservations for a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. I was kind of surprised at what city in the state of Florida do you think had the most restaurants on this list for outdoor dining?
City and
Give
state.
you one guess. Well, it's the state of Florida.
Oh, okay.
In the state of Florida, yeah. In the state of Florida, what city do you think had the most?
It's somewhere in the Southwest, isn't it? Southwest Florida.
Okay. What do you think, Bird? Search your feelings.
Either Tampa-ish area.
Southwest.
That's not Southwest.
So I said
you
area,
said Southwest, and then
area.
you said Northwest.
Is that north? That's north. How far north is Tampa?
More north than us.
Is that those? I'll go straight across. Give me nipples. Naples.
Naples? For your titter? You're correct.
Wow.
Look at that. Fuck you and your laughs, you hyena.
You know Naples, you know nipples, but you don't know geography.
Tampa's North Florida, Northwest?
Yeah.
How north does that Tampa go? Let me look at a Florida map.
Let me look at a Florida map. Aren't you the local?
What the fuck is that? I've been to Tampa when I was 8, and I had a major anxiety attack because we almost ran out of gas on a bridge going to Tampa.
Yeah. It's about 3 hours.
I knew it was 3 hours, and I know it's west. I didn't realize it was northwest.
Yep, it is. They had Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Tampa, and Sarasota with 2 each. Miami only had 1.
Really?
Yep. Jensen Beach had 1. Do you know which one?
Jensen.
Yep. Outdoor dining.
Is it the Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, it's not. They only have a
Should be.
patio.
Should be.
Okay. No. What do you think? It gets mentioned all the time. Jensen Beach.
Oh, Jensen Beach.
Oh,
Kyle G's.
Kyle G's, yep.
Yep.
Kyle G's made the list.
I love Kyle G's.
Yeah. You had 1 in Key West. That was Latitudes Key West. I don't think I've done that. That's on Sunset Key. No wonder.
What about?
Oh, that is nice. Yeah.
What about Benny's on the beach?
Didn't make it.
No.
damn.
That is some bullshit.
Denny's did not. Benny's did not make it.
Neither did Denny's.
Denny's didn't either. Yeah, their outdoor dining is shit. It was Doya in Miami. I think they're relatively new. DOYA. I don't know that one. And then in Fort Lauderdale, they had 2. They had the Louis Bossi and then the Toccato restaurant. That's what made their list.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm just looking at the western part of Florida. There's a bunch of parts we got to hit up there, my friend.
Are you amazed at the map?
I never get over it. I've never, like northern West Florida, the only time I've ever been there is through trying to drive through college.
Mm-hmm.
You guys spend time on the west part other than our short stint in Sarasota?
I have not done much time at all in Tampa.
Would we like Tampa? Is that kind of jumping?
Tampa's okay. We used to go there a lot for softball, Clearwater specifically. And so I've been there. I haven't really necessarily raged in Tampa itself. Clearwater I have. Not really too much in St. Pete.
I mean, it's more north than fucking Vero.
I think they got a lot of titty bars.
They do. That's one that
Titter would do well.
I heard about that back in the mid '90s about Tampa. How they had the best. Did they have a Mons Venus?
I think they do have a Mons Venus. Dale Mabry Way has some strip clubs. That's where the stadium is, and I think they have pretty strict rules. I think they were pasties and distance.
Oh, Tampa.
So yeah, whoever's telling you Tampa's not better than South Florida strip clubs.
Whack ass. Pasties, Virginia.
Yeah. No, we're
So
gonna.
what's the point of you? That's not even a.
The man that loves titter is not going to love pasties.
I kind of want to go to the West Coast there, Kev.
Oh yeah, there's some good stuff. I mean, it's nice and it's different. It's a lot more Midwestern vibe. It's a little bit chill.
Ooh. All right, boys and girls, we're going to Tampa.
You ready to go to Tampa?
Let's do this shit.
Now that he has kind of an idea where it is.
I got to go to Tallahassee this weekend.
Oh, that's such a miserable drive.
I know.
You're getting used to that drive, aren't you?
Kind of. I'm
Wow.
prepared mentally for it.
Yeah, man. I made that drive so many times. It would roughly take about 7 to 8 hours if you're going to stop, get some gas, get some snacks.
It might be fun if one of these times I go West Palm to Tampa, then spend the night in Tampa, then go Tampa to Tallahassee.
You could do that. Yeah.
That's a way to break it up a little
Trying to get
bit.
me to go to Tampa.
Yeah, you want to go?
Man, I don't know.
He's not so sure. He's good in Palm Beach Gardens.
Yeah, I like gardens. I just didn't realize how fucking north it was. Holy shit.
Yeah. We learned something today, didn't you?
I feel
Look
like
at
I did.
this.
I feel
Yeah.
like I did.
The very
Maps.
educational show. We're on it. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.